Well, here we are again on another adventure. We're at the USS North Carolina here in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we're going to take a tour around here and maybe see if we can get stuck into some portholes or something, or somewhere. Because you've just entered the coolest life. So here we are on the Battleship. It was actually erected in 1941, which is actually just before it was finished, just before we got into World War II. But so this is a nice shot of the big guns. We've been to a couple other battleships. One was at I've been to the one under Pearl Harbor and been to the one at Mobile. But it's been a long time since I've been on the Mobile. Didn't have a YouTube channel then. Actually, Pearl Harbor, I was just starting my YouTube channel then. There's some planes here. These planes actually, you saw from the description inside. Here there was actually a mini runway that was mounted here, and it would actually catapult these planes off into the distance. They could actually point them out, and they would point them into the wind because they need about 70 mile an hour worth of winds, or get up to speed for 70 miles an hour in order for the planes to take flight. Yeah, only 70 miles an hour and they'll take flight. So even back then, that's pretty good. This is one of the original planes that was mounted here. I don't know what that is, P-37? No, I don't think it's P-37. It's got too many windows on top. It's about that size of plane though. And actually the wings themselves are pretty deep. That probably helps in the lift. And maybe now, and so when they come back in, which is pretty interesting, this plane would come back in. It would come back in. They said the plane would out in the Pacific, they would take a hard turn, and what it would cause in the water would be a nice soft spot for these planes to come in. So they would come in and land and get real close to the plane and get real close to the ship, and then they would take this crane and reach down and pluck them straight up out of the water and mount them back in here so they get refueled, rearmored, and ready to go again. Real interesting stuff you learn here while you're on the coolest life, huh? Well, there's lots of different size of guns here. There's some of the big ones like what we saw earlier, and there's this size here. Let me step down to this size here. These are called barrels. They've done a good job repainting everything and making it pretty, that's for sure. I doubt it was this pretty when they were in use. Little scopes. You can tell how far out the ships are? Or where your target is, I should say. And it moves, alright. Make it move, baby, make it move. So now we're actually up here at the front of the ship. And they say that some of these smaller guns were actually added secondary, because when they first built this ship, they were concerned with shooting other ships and shooting land targets, not so much anti-aircraft, which is what some of these smaller ones are. Because those big ones, it takes so long to aim and point, and I'm sure if they come in contact with an airplane, it'd blow it to smithereens. You see nothing but a bunch of parts. But as far as accuracy, they just didn't have that. So these smaller ones here on the side, which there's at least 50 here. There's another one here, some over here, all the way around it. And this, where I'm walking now, is at the front of this. It's not the bow, it's the stern. I guess it's the stern. It actually goes up. There's an incline here. I'm walking up. We've been walking up since we came to the bottom of this turret here. The chain's huge. Yep. That's a big piece of chain. That's looking up to one of these anchors. Here's one of the anchors here. They got it up on board. And they're massive. That kind of massive. I mean, that's a good size. That's a good size anchor there. That's bigger than most bass boats. All bass boats is heavier than all bass boats, but about the same size as bass boats. So then we're here at the very, very tip here. Got a flag flying. And they got this boardwalk going all the way around it. You see the boardwalk going all the way around the ship. Why you just want to walk around the outside? Like, this is something to look at. But this is downtown Wilmington is where it's at. A little windy today, not bad. Weather's good. I think it's about 68, maybe 70. It's a perfect day to get out here and do something different and enjoy the outdoors, enjoy an outdoor type activity, which is kind of an outdoor activity for the most part. We're about ready to go inside and see what else we can find down inside one of these doorways over here. So here we are, going down inside. You definitely got to watch your head. You won't bump something in here. This is a little more open area. You turn this around. It's like a dining hall. I am kind of hungry. They're serving you food here. This would be a great place for a snack bar. I would definitely order something. Just a thought. Oh, there we go. Well, I think their average height was less than 6 foot, because I'm 6 foot and I'm having to duck in a lot of these things, not just through the doorways, but through items like this. I mean, this is, I just scraped my sunglasses on it, so it's definitely kind of low. Scuttlebutt. The heck is a scuttlebutt? Slang for gossip and rumors. There is a lot more room down here than I thought there'd be. Probably because this is just the dining room though. So you gotta have a little more room. I'm sure we're gonna find some places that's gonna be a little tighter. Scullery. Drop your tray here, please. So the hammocks over there. Nice. Way up and no way out. And this part here is more like a submarine. The freezers or something. More like a submarine, as in the ceiling is about 5'5". I gotta stoop down, especially getting through these doorways. Yeah, that's all this is. This is just a place to store food. I guess back up we'll go. Which is up that way. So this is not the prison. This is actually the bunk room. Back up, you'll see what it is. Each one of these are chained up. And they would come down from here and would just drop down level. So you get one way up top. Real neat. Big bunk room. 16-inch guns and computer rooms are downstairs. Alright. And boy, these are steep. You keep on going down around there. I don't know if we're going quite that far. Oh, machining room. Now, why would you have a machining room on a ship? Consider this. Something breaks down, you might need to have to manufacture it. So that's exactly what they would do here in the machining room. Make their own parts, repair their own parts, get them welded, get them sanded, get them, in this case, there's a nice big lathe here, machining lathe. And there's more bunkhouses. Of course, these are the people that worked in this room. There's more down there. Wow, that keeps going down here, doesn't it? So basically, they house you essentially where you work. So you were close to work. Sometimes you go in these rooms, you got a nice echo. I'm the barber of Seville. Nice echo, nice acoustics. And that would be a video going on. But this is guess what room this is? And by the looks of this floor, can you guess where we are? Yes, we're right below that turret. The big spinny room. Projectile. Oh, nice. Nice. That's one way to store them, huh? These are big shells, though. I mean, what do you think? Most torpedoes you see have got fins on the bottom of them. These don't have anything. projectile stowage. Throwing right below something that's going off right above it. Nice. They got fans throughout this place. It's actually kind of cool here today because it's not exactly 80 degrees outside, but it pushes some air. Look at that. A nice spiral staircase like you all have in your own home. And this would be like an episode of James Bond. Ding 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 ding. Here's where Dr. Eve was going to try to explode something. Gosh, we gotta make this go down. All right, I guess go down we'll go. Lots of blue missiles or bullets or what you call them, torpedoes up in here. Any echo? Yes. It's a nice echo. All right, someone give me a tune. Oh, in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo. Gloria. Nice. And that's for disposing of your laundry. Okay, so maybe it's not. It might actually be full of black powder, maybe. Wow. Certified empty, we swear. But don't smoke around them. Powder battery. And they load them down in that thing.
A lot of ammunition was exposed.
Wow, I bet it would sure make it. It smells, what'd you say? It smells like creosote in here? It's
black powder.
Yeah, it's got some, you can definitely got a little greasy smell in this room. So here's the next room, and it shows how they actually line them up back behind that torpedo shell thingy for their ordnance. That's a good word. That's a big word. Ordinances. That's it right there. That's kind of cool. On we go. Next room. And just like most places you go through, they've got a store with all kinds of battleship stuff like that, and this one. That one. And sailor hats like those. So if you're in Wilmington, be sure to come out and check out the USS North Carolina. Here on, I don't know what river that is, but just type in USS North Carolina and it'll give you directions straight to it, because that's what we did. So I'll let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe, and send this to your friends that are maybe military buffs or not military buffs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to forward this to your friends, as I mentioned, because you are now leaving the coolest life.